Hello everyone, Kingdom Kid here with another update video. It has been a long time. It has been a while because the last update video was January 1st of the new year. We're a quarter done of 2021 and it's fine. It's been I wouldn't say it's been better or worse than last year by any stretch of the imagination. I'd say it's been roughly the same, for me personally anyway. And of course with the new quarter means more video games coming out this quarter and such. So let's talk about a few things first. A few things going on with the channel. So roughly I should be wrapping up Persona 5 Strikers, and Persona 5 Strikers for sure should be wrapping up fairly shortly here in the coming weeks of April. I'm not done recording yet, but I can definitely tell I'm close to the end of the game. I don't know what there is for post-game stuff, if there is a post-game, if I can fight Lavenza or something like that. I don't know. I know in past spin-off games like the Persona Q games you could fight the Velvet Attendant, so I don't know if you could fight Lavenza in this game. If you can, great. I'd like to know how. But we'll see. There's still some things going on in Strikers, and maybe just to have pure I love the game so much because it's been fantastic, I might just keep playing it until I platinum it. It's going to take a while, but we'll see. It all depends, like I said. And Bravely Default 2, I don't know. It feels like we're close to the end, but at the same time, I don't think we're close to the end. It all depends, though, like I said. So that's currently what's going on. And of course, guys, streaming. Yes, so, hey, if you're watching this as this video release, I normally release these videos on noon on the 1st of the quarter. But today I'm releasing it a little early. I'm releasing this at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're watching this as this video is releasing, and hopefully it doesn't take too long, you can still watch me on my other YouTube channel, the RPG Kingdom Kid channel. Link to that channel is always in the description below of every single video. And you can prepare and get ready for me to stream Final Fantasy XIV. We're getting ever so close to the being fully caught up, especially with the release of 5.5 coming out on the 13th, I think it was. Yeah, the 13th or the 15th. It was one of those 2 days. I can't remember exactly. But we're getting super close to that. Because we're wrapping up Shadowbringers here shortly and such. So hopefully we make some good progress today. And then the next time I stream, we make even more progress. Now, let me mention that. So it being Easter this weekend, I am not going to be streaming on Saturday. I'm actually going to go home because it's been a long time since I've been home and get to see family and such. Now, I have gotten my first shot of COVID, the COVID vaccine, which is great. I've been fine. In all honesty, I had a little issue I think the last time I got quote unquote sick was in March of last year or early April. It's kind of when the whole thing was starting. And that's the last time I was really sick, where I feel I should do nothing type sickness. But I've been totally fine ever since. So I don't know, I could have had COVID, but who knows. But I'll be getting my second shot here shortly as well. So then hopefully by the end of April, I'll be fully vaccinated and tip-top shape. Awesome. So yeah, so because of that, there will be no stream of Final Fantasy XIV on Saturday, which is what I normally do. I normally stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you need to know, just easily look up a time converter. Go to Google time converter. This is what I do. Google time converter. It's always the second thing is always simple as the left side should be your time and the right side should be so type in what time it is for you, and then or type in here on the right side, click Central Standard Time, and then type in 10 a.m. and then see what it is for your time if you're not in Central Standard Time Zone. So there's that. So we're getting fairly close to catching up with 14, and I'm going to mention this obviously probably in every single stream I keep doing, but I'll mention it here too. When I get fully caught up, I am going to keep streaming. It will not be 14. I will be going back to streaming 2 games on Saturdays and Wednesdays. I'll be going back to streaming on Wednesdays until Endwalker comes out in the fall. But I say prediction right here, I say early to mid-October is when Endwalker comes out. We have not got a release date for that yet. I think we'll get one probably in April here. I don't know when that fan festival is happening for 14, so that's just my guess right now, is we're gonna get a release date for Endwalker whenever that fan festival happens, and it's gonna be mid no later than mid-October. That's just my guess. I think October is the perfect time slot for that game to come out, for that update to happen. And when that update happens, I'll be going straight back to streaming Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, all Final Fantasy XIV for the 3 hours plus. Almost streamed that 7 hours at the end of these final expansion bits of Stormblood. Man, I don't think I'm ever going to stream that long again, unless I do like a whole special thing, but I digress. Okay, so when that happens, I'm going to stream 2 games. I've already mentioned one of them being Dark Souls 2, go back into Dark Souls 2, and then the second game will be a mystery. I don't know if I will be going back into it right away. I think I want to take a little break of streaming for a bit, just because of, not that it's a bad thing at all, but I don't want to say I've been burned out of streaming, but like, with how long I've been streaming, I think I want to take a little break of that. And another reason I'll take a little break is because at some point, in either May, June, or July, I don't know yet, I'll be going to Alaska again for the baptism of my nephew. Yeah, I have a little nephew. I don't know when that's up yet. We don't know when that's happening. So I'll let you guys know that as soon as possible. So there's that. So yes. So I might, depend on when that is, that might be when I go back to streaming. If it happens in May, then I'm like, oh yeah, end of like mid-April. I feel like we will be fully caught up by mid-April. And plus, I think there's going to be a 5.6 being released too at some point of 14, which I could see that happening at the end of June or mid-July even, or September. Who knows? It'll obviously happen. I say July if there is a 5.6. I don't know. I don't know how these in between updates happen and such. So, but I think if there's a 5.6, which I think there is, I'd see that happening maybe in a few months after the 5.5 comes out. So then, of course, when that comes out, that should only take like maybe one stream to be all done with, and then so that'll take either the Saturday or the Wednesday slot, probably the Saturday slot or the Wednesday slot, or maybe I'll just stream it on the day of. If it's the day of the release, which could be a Tuesday or Thursday, I'll just stream it there, and we'll keep the Wednesday and Saturday stream as is. If I'm back to streaming by then again. Like I said, if it happens in May when I go to Alaska, then I probably won't stream until I come back from then. If it happens in June, I'll probably come back before then. If it happens in July, I'll obviously come back before then. But of course, just giving you all a heads up, there will be a time slot in possibly one of those 3 months where I will not be streaming. I'll probably be focusing on trying to make sure I have videos releasing on those days. Okay, and now that comes, here's the next thing. Like I said, Strikers should be getting close to the end of its run right here. But again, I don't know if there's a secret boss or anything. I definitely want to do that. But after Strikers, I'll be honest, I don't know what to play next. I need to look at my catalog of games, because there are definitely a lot of games that are like, oh, I'd love to do this. Obviously, there are games like this is something I'd be like, this is more of a stream thing than I'd say a Let's Play. I'd say, for me personally, this game would work better as a stream than a Let's Play. So I need to like look at my whole category, look at games coming up, which we will be talking about shortly here, and then go from there. And of course, there was the Avengers update, so I'll probably be covering that first. Even though, I'll be honest, I'm kind of worn out about Avengers. I really don't give a shit about it anymore. But I want to do it because, I'll be honest, I am excited for the Black Panther campaign that's coming out sometime at the end of this year, or beginning of fall, or whenever it's coming out. So I'm super excited about that. When that happens, and then hopefully, I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know how long they expect this game to be a thing. I don't know, at some point too, sometime down the line, can't remember if they announced the release date for it yet. I do know that they announced the final DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is another game that, I'll be honest, has been a Let's Play since last year of January. Yeah, January is when it came out. So that should be the last DLC update, and it's totally like, it has nothing to do with, it's about the Future Trunks arc, which is, I think it's kind of cool. I've always been a fan of the Future Trunks arc. I like the one in Super, and I like it in OG Dragon Ball Z, so I can't wait. I've only seen a little bit of the trailer, so I don't know when that's out. Or is it already out? I'll have to double check. But I don't think it's out yet. I think they only announced it because I feel like it would have been a more bigger thing if it was out now. I think it was just an announcement for it. So there's that. So yes, and of course, if I haven't figured out what to play next, I might go into Smash Brothers. I do want to try out Pyrrha, and I can't remember the other name. That's another game that that will be considered at some point. I would like to maybe do a Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 this year. I don't know when though. I probably don't want to do it now with Bravely Default. Like if I did do it after Strikers, I don't think I want to do it after Bravely Default. I don't like doing two RPGs at the same time. So even like I know technically Persona Strikers might be considered JRPG. It basically is, but I'd say it's not as JRPG as obviously a normal Persona game. And then of course, with Bravely Default 2 is definitely a JRPG game. I don't know. There's a lot of games that like always on the back burner. Like okay, I have Ni no Kuni 2. I have this game. I have that game. This game. That game. That I could obviously go into play basically whenever. But I also keep in mind when I start, or I'm like, oh, maybe I could start this JRPG. Is there a game coming out anytime soon that I'm considering LPing? And I'll be like, no, okay, I can do a JRPG, and hopefully when we get to a game close to what I want to LP, that game is either close to ending or, you know, the second game or one of the games is almost ending. So that's all the updates to say, and check out my beard. I have not shaved. The only thing I've shaved is the mustache bit, like around this area. I have not shaved since January 1st. I'm doing a thing where I want to see how long this can get if I don't shave for a whole year. This, in all honesty, I wanted to do this last year because, hey, it was a leap year, so you had one extra day. But, yeah, so I'm doing it this year, so. Yeah, it's coming along very nicely. I should definitely get, like, some product and stuff to, like, make it look nice. I know you can't really tell because of this sweatshirt, but, like, yeah, there, so. Alright, now let's get into the games coming out, or the games. First, we always go back to the previous quarter, then we look forward to this next quarter. So, of course, let's start in January. January, we saw the release of Five Nights at Freddy's Core Collection, which was basically all the Five Nights at Freddy games coming out for console. I think, yeah, that's all it was. I'll be honest, I might pick it up if I'm bored, and maybe that could be a thing. Maybe that could be a stream or something. I don't know. I'll be honest, I would be trash at it. I would be 100% trash at these games. But yeah, they're there. I'm a little interested in Secure Breach or whatever the one that's coming out, the new one. I'm a little interested in that. So we'll see. Scott Pilgrim versus the Game. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, had a re-release, which I'm great. I had the PS3 version of that. I didn't pick this up yet. I probably will at some point. I don't know. I'm not very good at those 2D side-scrolling, they're the same thing. I'm not really good at those 2D beat-em-up types of games, but I'd be interested to try it out. Hitman 3, never really played Hitman game, but yeah. I think I've heard it's pretty decent before. I know I said Disgaea 6 was coming out. That was only in Japan. Disgaea 6 for everywhere else is actually coming out sometime in this quarter, which we will get to. And I mentioned I mentioned my status with Disgaea games. I've only played one of them, and they look very interesting, but I don't know if I'd ever play another one. But we'll see. So that was January. February had a little more stuff to it. On the 2nd, we had Destruction All-Stars, which was like, I don't know. It was free for PlayStation Plus, I think, for like 2 months. I think that's what they did for... I can't remember it off the top of my head. They did it for like another game. I think that was a PlayStation Plus game. Oh, Bugsnax. They did that for Bugsnax as well. I think Bugsnax was like only free for PlayStation 5 owners. Or, you know, literally just go on the store and click and be like, hey, add to cart, and you will have it. So whenever you get your PS5... then you'd have it as long as you stay a PlayStation Plus member. I don't think it's on there now anymore, though. No, it's not. It's not. Now that I think about it, it's not. But Control Ultimate Edition was also a PlayStation Plus game, which I believe was PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 versions. I got the PlayStation 5 version because, yeah, I have a PlayStation 5, as you guys know, because Bugsnax also came out on PS4, but I got a PlayStation 5, so I got that January 9th, I believe. So yeah, so be on the lookout for at some point a Demon's Souls live stream. I might do that after I finish up the stuff in Dark Souls 2 that we have to wrap up, which is all the DLC stuff. The Nioh collection came out, Nioh Complete Edition. Nioh 1 and 2 came out for current gen consoles now. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S. So that's cool. Little Nightmares 2 came out. I was always interested in that, and I might pick it up, but I want to play the first one too. So I don't know, maybe I'll wait till there's like a collection of it or something, but we'll see. I'm definitely interested in it. I hope I can play it at some point this year, because I've heard nothing but it's being a good game. So, and that'll be definitely a game that might get added to my list of games. Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury. I played that. I haven't beaten it, but it's fun. You know, it's a Mario game. What more do you expect, really? But it's a fun game. It's a fun game. I haven't really touched the Bowser Fury stuff on, although I heard it's really good. I think it's just like, I think all it is actually is just one giant like Mario Odyssey size world. But nothing bad about that. Persona 5 Strikers came out, and so far this game has been a blast. I've been in love with this game like ever since. Yeah, I did rage in it because I honestly was playing it as a Persona game, not as a not Persona game. It is a Persona game, but it's also not a Persona game. But been loving it. And of course, Bravely Default 2 came out as well. Again, another game I'm in love with. Did yell at it a lot. Hopefully I can stop doing that, because I honestly don't like doing that, especially when I'm recording for you guys. So March, the Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time remake was supposed to come out, but then I got delayed. I think it's coming out not this quarter, it's coming out in the next quarter. I think September it got pushed back to. I honestly don't remember, but I'll be very interested in covering that game. Yes, I might do an LP on it. It all depends what's going on. Speaking of games, I was considering doing an LP on Ballin' Wonderworld. Yeah, that game just keeps having problems. I don't know. I might pick this game up at some point if they fix a lot of the issues I have with it. Now, I know during the demo, I think I said it's been like fun. I know I had the issues with it. I know it's like I've been looking forward to it. But looking back on it, I was like, it's not that great. Especially the, like, I keep saying it. The one costume is like, it's a Foxy box or whatever. And it's like, its power, it turns into a box whenever. And you're fucked. And I know I yelled about that during my Let's Look At video. So I'm not a big fan of that. There's also a lot of epilepsy apparently with the final boss. Although I think that Day 1 patch did fix it, I don't know. I feel like that game should have been put back in the oven for like another 3 months at least. But I don't know if they can fix a lot of the stuff I have the issues with, and I might pick it up on a sale or something. Then I will. But it's just a shame, because, you know, it was being published by Square Enix, and it was made by the same guy who made Dreams, and I think there was an interview where, I don't know if it was that guy himself or someone saying, like, this is his last chance at making a game. And it's like, yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good. But if they can fix it, I hope they can fix it and make it into a better game than what it is. Because I think it deserves it. I mean, visually, it looks nice. The music was fine. Just gotta work on a lot of the kinks that it has on it. I think this is one thing I mentioned before. So, like, when you clear a level, you get intro to a costume wardrobe thing. They give you that at the beginning of the stage. Let that be an all-out thing on a stage that you've already cleared. Let that be a thing, because you could need like 6 different costumes to get like the trophies or whatever. So I don't want to go through it like 5-6 other times with, okay, let me get these 3 costumes, and then let me get these 3 costumes, but then you also lose those costumes. So it's like, let that be an all-stage thing. There's never have a costume get rid of your jump button. That was another thing too. Like, you put on this costume and you no longer can jump. And it's like, well, that sucks. Jump should always be a thing. Maybe when you're not wearing a costume, have circle or square be a punch button. And like a special, you know, like, there's a lot of things that game should have had differently. It Takes Two also came out, which was made by the same team that made, I can't remember what it's called now, but it was like that prison game where you had like two characters. One character was someone different, so that It Takes Two actually looks super fucking charming, and I do want to play that, but of course I think it's you have to have a second person with you type thing. The big news, I'd say this is probably the biggest one, is the Kingdom Hearts series, all on the Epic Store, came out on the 30th. So I think that's a big thing, because now Kingdom Hearts is now on everything besides the Switch, and it's great. It's great. I have no problem with this. I don't know why people have a problem with this. The only problem I had when Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced for the Xbox was like, no one is going to buy it for the Xbox unless they have already played all the other games, and the only reason they're buying it on Xbox is because A, they already have an Xbox, and B, they have a PlayStation 4, and they already played all the other games on there, and they're just basically going to see how it's going to run, basically. But now that the entire series is on Xbox, the entire series is on PlayStation, the entire series is on Epic Store, because Epic Store was what helped them make Kingdom Hearts 3, I believe. There's a message that's like, yeah, this is the reason why it's only coming out on the Epic Store and not on Steam. It's because Epic helped us release the game. Release Kingdom Hearts 3, so of course, yeah, they're going to release it only on their store. That's great, and I've heard it's fantastic. If I ever get an Epic Store, maybe I will pick it up at some point. If I ever get a gaming PC, an actual gaming PC. Disco Elysium: The Final Cut also came out that day. Maybe that could be an LP. I've been interested in Disco Elysium. I've heard nothing but good things about that. That might be an LP. We'll see. We'll see. I need to buy it still. And then The Binding of Isaac Repentance came out for the PC. I'm a big fan of Binding of Isaac, and I've heard that game, it will be coming out for consoles and everything else sometime later down the year, so that's awesome. So that's the previous, oh wow, this video has been long already. That was the previous quarter, so let's get into the new quarter here with April. April doesn't really have a lot of stuff coming out that I'm interested in. Now again, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. The only games I mentioned are games that I'm somewhat interested in, and maybe like, oh, I like big ones too. It all depends, but like, majority of it, like, this is, I'm interested in this game, I'm interested in this game, I'm interested in this game, which may or may not be videos and such. So that is what these videos, this is what this update, me looking into the quarter, is about. It's like, I talk about video games I'm interested in coming out and may or may not be getting. So let's start off on April 6th. April 6th, we'll have Oddworld Soulstorm coming out. I'll be honest, since it's free for PlayStation Plus members, I'll probably pick it up. I don't know if I'll do a video of it. I've never played an Oddworld game before, but I've heard people have enjoyed it, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. So that, like, I don't know if it's a game I'll do a video on or anything like that. We'll see. I'm super excited for that. Guilty Gear Strive was supposed to come out, but then they got pushed back. Later in the, actually I think it's coming out in June, so we'll be seeing that. Nier Replicant, I'm not saying all those numbers because it's a lot of them, which is basically the first Nier game. Nier Replicant, I think that was the name of it too when it came out originally, and Nier Gestalt were the first Nier games. I'm definitely picking that game up. I don't know if it'll be an LP or not. This might just be a game that's like, it's only for me only. It's a game that I'm definitely just going to play for myself off when I'm like bored, like Yakuza games have been doing, which I need to get back and play Yakuza 5 again. I need to get back and play I think something I want to do before I even play PlayStation 4 version of Yakuza 5, I want to go back and platinum PlayStation 3 version of Yakuza 5, but I digress. I'm actually doing fairly good in that. And also, yes, I should mention that the PlayStation Store is going to be closing down for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, and the PlayStation Vita, all within this quarter. I believe the PlayStation, or maybe once in September, I can't remember. So, as you will never be able to buy stuff from those stores again, but you will be able to re-download them, which is good. So, make sure you get all the stuff that you want to that's only on those consoles. It's a shame, but if you want to pick up Persona games, you can get every single Persona game besides excluding 5 on the Vita. You can get Persona 1, Persona 2, Persona 2, Persona 3 Portable. I think Persona 3 Portable is the best version because it has the female version as well, although it doesn't look the greatest, I'll be honest. And Persona 4 Golden. Digitally. You can still get Persona 4 physically for the Golden, so yeah. But if you're also curious about playing the console versions, you can get Persona 4 Vanilla and Persona 3 FES on PlayStation 3 as well. So you just gotta pick those up before the store closes down. I don't know if I'll do that with the 3 Persona games that I've yet to play. We'll see though. And then of course probably the big one, I'd say this is the big one, the new Pokemon Snap coming out. I don't know if that's going to be a series. I know for sure I'm going to do at least a video of it. That's all I know for sure is I'm going to do at least a video of Pokemon Snap. So look forward to that, because I'll be honest, I'm excited for it. I'm super excited for that. So that's April. Let's get into May. May's a pretty big one, because I think this is probably the biggest one coming out that's new. We'll see. So the biggest one coming out that's new is Resident Evil 8 Village, or just Resident Evil Village. It's not considered Resident Evil 8. I'm excited for that one, and it probably will be an LP. That's why I did Resident Evil 7 earlier this year. So I'm super excited for Resident Evil Village to come out. Yeah, no, not Madhouse difficulty. No, I don't think I ever want to do that again. Although I had a blast. You know what? I'm lying. I would do Madhouse difficulty again because I'll have infinite bullets, so I don't have to worry about running out of bullets. So yeah, I'll be excited. I'm excited for Resident Evil Village. I'm definitely will not be playing it on the hard difficulty, like I said. Mass Effect's Legendary or Legacy is coming out on the 14th. I might pick that up. I played a little bit of Mass Effect 3, and that's all my experience of Mass Effect is. And I'm sure this is something that a lot of people wanted too, so yeah. But then we also have the Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and The Girl Who Stands Behind. Those 2 games got announced during the Nintendo Direct that happened earlier I think in February. And I'll be honest, they look good. I think they're visual novel detective games, somewhat akin to Phoenix Wright, I believe. I'm excited for that. I don't know if I will do an LP on them or not, but I'm excited. I think they're remakes of old games too, which isn't a bad thing. Now this one, I'll be honest, this is probably the big one. The big one, we got it. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD remake coming out on the 25th. That one I'm super excited for. That one for sure will be an LP. I cannot wait, especially with Shin Megami Tensei 5 probably coming out later this year in Japan, but then for us probably sometime early next year. I don't know. I know they said worldwide, but who knows? We'll see. If Shin Megami Tensei 5 dubs come out later this year, like, I don't know, November, I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited for that. Cannot wait. Then World's End Club coming out for the Switch on the 28th. I'm somewhat interested in this. I don't know if I will actually pick it up. I just know it's made by the same developers of Danganronpa, and I think it's Danganronpa-esque in a way. I think this came out for smartphones first. So I don't know. It's very interesting. I want to look more into it first before I decide fully on getting it or not. If I do get it, it might be an LP. It all depends. Like I said, it all depends on what I'm already currently LPing. Because I'll probably be LPing Resident Evil. Well, maybe not. Maybe it all depends on what's it all in there. But like that's 14 days plus. So we'll see. And then I'm definitely be LPing Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. So yeah. Well, then again, like I said, unless I'm away in Alaska, because those 2 games are coming out on the last week of May. So yeah, hopefully it's not May where I go. June I'll be okay with, or even April. You know what? Let me see what's at the end of April again. What's at the end of April? Oh, Pokemon Snap. Alright, June. It'd have to be June. Because there's not really anything that I'm super... Well, there's one thing I'm super interested in June. Let's talk about it. So in June, we'll have Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade coming out, which I'm excited for that. I'll be honest, I've been on a Final Fantasy high. Like, I want to play every single Final Fantasy game. I wrapped up the LP of Final Fantasy VIII earlier this quarter. Obviously 14. I can't wait for it integrated. I'll be doing the Yuffie stuff, which I'm super excited for. I'm super glad because I got a PS4 version of that game. It's a free update, and as you watch this video, guys, you can pick up Final Fantasy VII Remake for free for PlayStation Plus. However, unfortunately, it will not be eligible for the free update if it will not be eligible for that. So that's unfortunate, but I totally understand why they did that. The Ninja Gaiden collection coming out for the Switch only, which, yeah, it's very interesting. A big one I'm looking forward to is Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I cannot wait for this. I've been excited for this game ever since it got announced. I want to play this game so badly. It looks super cool. I was a fan of Ratchet & Clank, the 2016 game. I love that game a lot, so I'm super excited for this. And now Guilty Gear Strive is also coming out on the 11th. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade and Ninja Gaiden is coming out on the 10th. On the 24th, we have The Legends of Mana coming out, which looks very cool. I might pick it up. I don't know. I know I said that about a lot of stuff. I think Secret of Mana as well. 25th, we have Mario Golf Super Rush, which looks cool. I don't think I'll pick it up though. And Scarlet Nexus. That one looks super awesome. I'm definitely going to pick that game up. I honestly, I don't know too much about that game, but it looks awesome. I'm definitely going to pick that up. And then Disgaea 6 Defiance of Destiny is coming out on the 29th. Legend of Mana is on the 24th. Mario Golf and Scarlet Nexus are on the 25th of June. And of course, E3, I believe, will be a digital-only event happening in June as well, so that will be a lot of news stuff. Look forward to a video of me saying, this is what I hope we see, and then of course look forward to what my thoughts were when E3 wraps up. But guys, that is it for this video. This video went a lot longer than I thought. You still have time. You still have time if you watch this from when it released, when it got uploaded to your viewing eyes. You still have time to go to the other channel to watch me stream Final Fantasy XIV. We are in Shadowbringers. We are got roughly 40 plus, a little under 40 missions left before we get into the post Shadowbringers quest. So yeah, look forward to that, guys. All right. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Out of all those games that I mentioned coming out in April, May, and June, which ones are you most looking forward to? Of course, I'm looking forward to Village, Pokemon Snap, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, Nier. I'll be honest, this quarter looks very good. This is a very good quarter where a lot of games are coming out that I'm super excited for. So yeah. And of course, guys, let me know. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next update video. Later.